everybody, welcome to my review of the 2024 lineup for MäkséLife. I'm super excited to show everybody all of the things today. I have quite a bit to go over. I didn't order everything coming out this year, but I did order a good bit, so I cannot wait to share it with y'all. We're going to go over everything step by step. We're going to go over pricing. We're going to go over all of that stuff, but this is my fun little pile. I can't wait to show y'all all of the things. Okay, so first on deck to discuss today is the MäkséLife Goal Setting Planner. I have the 2024 Vertical Weekly Flagship Planner in Fresh Start, which I love. I'll show you all the cover in just a minute. All of them this year are going to come in the same box, so you get a keepsake box that goes with it. Use the box for whatever you need. A lot of people that like to keep their planners as keepsakes or they memory keep in it or whatever will put it back in these at the end of the year. Last year all of the boxes were different based on the planner that you purchased. However, this year they're all going to be the same. I kind of like that they're all going to be the same because I would really like, if I do decide to start really keeping a hold of mine, them to all match, but that's me and my neurospiciness. But I'm going to show everybody everything. So you open it up. Yours will be bubble wrapped. I've already taken a peek at mine. I got the Fresh Start cover, which makes me incredibly happy. If you've been watching the channel at all over like the last month and a half, you will know that this purple and yellow combination has been everything I've been doing. I've been on a purple and yellow kick for months. And now all of a sudden this cover comes out and it's perfect. And it's doubly perfect because if you know me at all, if you follow any of my content anywhere, you know that I always talk about Mondays being a fresh start or every day being a fresh start. It's something I tell my kid all the time. You know, because neurospicy, we all have our issues and every day is a fresh start. So it says, know this, every day is a fresh start on the cover. It's absolutely beautiful. You will notice right away the biggest change for the year is we got a coil. I'm a very happy panda about the coil. I hate the O-ring. I hate it. I can't stand it. I love the planner so much, but oh my God, I hate the O-ring binding so much. And I'm so happy, y'all. We knew last year that we would be getting coils this year, and I'm so excited about it. And I can show you why in a little bit. Like, I have stuff specifically for coils like this so that I can make my own bookmarks and all that kind of thing. It's amazing. I'm so excited about the coil. But this is the cover. It's a very nice, like, creamy, off-white, almost mushroomy color, which is awesome because it's a very me vibe in the coloring here. And then if you flip it over, it says, don't forget you are more than enough. It's another big mantra of mine. It's one that I have to tell myself all the time because, unfortunately, you know, I live in a world of comparisons as an artist. Now mine is a little scuffed up. I'm not super concerned about it. I'm not worried about it. I know we got the first run as, you know, the review crew, so I think everybody's is going to be gorgeous. This is a nice hard cover. It is not as hard as the leatherette that I had last year. And I'll do a side-by-side comparison on some stuff, so we'll go over all of that. But this is the cover that I got. It is the Vertical Weekly. I love my vertical planners. As always, there is the elastic band on it. I don't love having a band on mine personally, and I watched a review gosh, like a couple of days ago. I was going over like reviews other folks have done over the years because this is my first YouTube review. I usually review these live on my Twitch channel, which I will be doing tomorrow morning. So you are seeing this at approximately 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, September 25th. If you come through tomorrow morning around 11 a.m. noon central, I'm going to be going over these live on Twitch at Awkwardish Panda, and there will be a VOD up for a few days after. We are going to go over all of this stuff. I'm going to let people ask questions live. If you aren't able to catch the live and you're looking to ask questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll do whatever I can to answer them. So this is the flagship. It is a vertical, like I said. These are $78, which I believe is the same price they were last year. I am an affiliate for MäkséLife. You can use my code for 10% off. It's Awkwardish Panda. You can also use my link, which is down in the description. But this is the 2024 dated flagship. The covers this year, because they're on the coil, are a little thinner, so they're a little more flimsy. So you do want to be a touch more careful here. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think it's going to work really well. Again, you can take a peek. It's the 2024 Vertical Weekly. Oh, I have a random doggo in here licking my carpet. Hi. Anyway, it's the MäkséLife 2024 Vertical Weekly Edition. It is dated. All of them come with a bookmark this year. That is a today bookmark. So it's these bookmarks right here. They're this frosted clear. They have a ruler on them. They're very, very nice. You can put it on the week. Also, blessed year that Monday is January 1st, because then, hey, guess what? Monday start. I also purchased, and we'll talk a little bit more about them later, they do have a triple bookmark this year that fits the coils with weekly actions, monthly goals, and yearly goals. So I have those already in here ready to go for when I set up my planner later in the year. They are this really, really nice frosted plastic. Weekly actions says just begin. Monthly goals says dare to grow. As you can see, my dogs have already managed to get hair in here because that's what happens when you have doggos in fall. And then of course you have your yearly goals or your annual goals, and this one says dream big. Real quick, we're going to go over this stuff after our review crew meeting that we have every year leading up to launch. And launch is on Thursday the 28th. I believe it's 10 a.m. Central. I'm going to double check the time. I'll make sure all of that is in the description. So everybody has that. I'll also pop it right up here on screen for everybody. It's going to go right here with all that information. I had it written down and I left the paper elsewhere in my house. But all of this stuff is going to be the same as it was last year. Sierra was talking a little bit about it, how they like to do a refresh every 2 years. Last year was the refresh. So they're doing, it's pretty much all the exact same stuff in the front. So you're going to have your getting started, your steps, your compass assessment, and how you do all of this. And then it goes into the actual assessment scoring. Then your intentions, your word for the year, setting goals, writing your goals out, the 3 types of goals, your annual goals, your monthly goals, your weekly actions, your weekly reflection questions. It's really just all the same instructions that were there last year. They're really well laid out. They're pretty easy to go with. Things to consider in each area of your life when you're writing your goals out, which is really important. And then, of course, there's the use the space to create a list, mind map, all your dreams and goals for the coming year. Possibilities are endless. And they really are. And then once you start to narrow everything down, you start writing out your annual goals. If you know the system, you know the system. You've done this already. If not, I will be doing this possibly as a YouTube live. We may do this live here on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll just be recording it and uploading it. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see. There's lots of options there. So you write out all of your goals. Once you get to the end of the goals, there's a nice place to put a vision board. Last year, did I print mine out? I can't remember if I printed mine out last year or not. I made mine in Canva last year. Let me look and see if I actually printed it out or not. I can't remember. I did not. It's just in Canva. This year I will likely print mine out and put it there. Like I said, the planners are very similar this year, to just stick them right next to one another. You can see the O-ring sticks out a little bit further. This was the leatherette cover from last year. As you can see, it's getting scuffed because I do use it literally all the time. My elastic is getting very, very stretched out. I put a lot of stickers and stuff in my planner, but size-wise, they're very similar. This one's a little chunkier. It's also a much thicker cover. But overall, they're very, very similar to the way that they were. The big difference being that we now have a coil, which again, I am so excited about. And then it's just the planner being what the planner is. At the beginning of January, you'll have your vision board. And then after your vision board, it goes into goal setting quick tips. You'll have all of your quotes and stuff, which I will go over through the year. First part of January, you will get into your January goals, your weekly actions, and then you jump right into planning. At the end of the month, there's monthly reflections after each week. Every month has a different color. Again, this year, January is, again, this really pretty cool, very, very light blue-gray. But then the actual weeks are very, very neutral. Everything is gray. One change that they made this year in an effort to continue their making the inside of the planner more gender neutral. They took the hearts out, and now it is just the little Moxie wheel. So there's just a little tiny rainbow dot that represents the Moxie wheel. I love it a lot. I love it a whole lot. Now they do have the holidays in here again for the US. Again, I don't love holidays and planners because everybody celebrates stuff differently. I don't celebrate a lot of the traditional US holidays. And there's people around the world that use these planners, but it's a thing that they do. We actually had a little bit of a discussion about the monthly layout, and I know I've talked about it before, how I wish there was a Monday start. Sierra said she almost did that this year, and then she put the brakes on, and there were a lot of people that were like, no, please don't, because apparently a lot of people just from conditioning and growing up can look at a distance at their planner and go, okay, that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I can't. And chat was kind of split on it when we were all talking about it. And one thing I kind of noticed was it depends how neurodivergent you are. All of us neurospicy folks were like, please give us a Monday start. We need it because it needs to match, because it makes more sense to us. And all of the neurotypical folks were like, no, keep it Sunday. So it was really weird to see. So I'm just going to be, frequenting places like Fern Creek Stickers and just getting kits or date covers to redo mine. It's unfortunate. I'd like to have it native in the planner, or at least have it as an option, but because they don't, I will have to cover mine just because that's how my brain works. And that's fine. I'll have to move like dates and stuff around, but I'll live. But again, there are quotes on the page, your typical monthly setup, very clean lines, very clean fonts. Your weekly, again, is runs Monday through Sunday. Everything, you have nice big blocks of space. You have a little place for whatever list you need here, and your weekly habits. Nothing major has changed there at all. And it's the same all the way through. So February, you have like pinks and reds. March, you have greens. Oh, March. March scares me this year because from there, I have until about that date to finish all of my competition pieces. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't know, I'm a competition mini painter. I'm a professional miniature painter. My biggest competition of the year starts on the 20th and runs through the 24th. So I am going to quite literally, by this day, be every frazzled thing you could possibly imagine. And then this week is spring break for my kid and I'm going to sleep. April is nice and gray. So April is the most neutral of all of the months, which I find funny that it is this neutral because it is the exact colors of the rest of the planner, but all the other months have color. I kind of wish the whole planner was this so people could pick, but it's fine. I end up having to cover it anyway. May is all these pretty bright yellows. June is more blues, which will make my partner happy because that's his birth month. July again is more blues, but they're a different shade of blue. August is purples, which is fun because, I love me some purple. September is more of the different kinds of grays. October is orange because, of course. November is more blue. And December is back to the pinks and reds. So that is your general layout of the planner. At the end of each quarter, there is a quarterly assessment. Progress, not perfection. I love this so much because I very much, one of my big mottos is practice makes progress. I'm never going to put perfection on the end because nothing is perfect. But you have your monthly reflections at the end of the month, but then you also have your quarterly assessment to kind of check in on your goals. And it's such a good system, y'all, especially for people who use it consistently. I've been really bad about it. This year, the goal is that I get much more in tune with this as my schedule is starting to settle down. My kid is getting a little bit older and is thus becoming more self-sufficient. I've really honed in on what I want to do content-wise because she is now more self-sufficient and has an after-school program that she can attend. I have more time to do more content creation like full-time, so I'm really, really honing in on what I want to do going forward. But that's the planner. There are quarterly assessments at the end of every 3 months. It's just another wheel. And I know there's a lot of people that will actually print out all of the questions and redo it. But that's kind of not the way that it's intended. It's intended for you to say, this is how I actually feel about it, where I feel like I rank without doing the step-by-step. And then you connect it to where you're at. or what your original was or what your last one was, and kind of see if you're growing or not. And then we get all the way to the back of the planner, to all of our extras. There's your end of the year, which we're going to talk about end of the year stuff here as well. When we get to your last quarterly assessment, which is right here. And then there's your extras. So you have a 2025 calendar, a 2024 calendar. There's something all over this page that I did not know was there, but whatever it is coming right off. I haven't really looked inside the planner much. But there we go. Important dates that you can write down. I like that they put this at the end of the planner as opposed to the beginning. They make the beginning all about not having to go through all the fluff. It is dive right into your goal setting. So there are a bunch of lined note pages in the back, which I use the heck out of, and they will be gone in no time. We have a little folder in the back, which matches the boxes and the inside covers. I love these little folders, y'all. I use them for everything. I usually store the stickers that I'm using at any given time right here. Again, this year you get the same kind of sticker sheet that has all of the color coordinated goals. And then you have a little pocket in the back, which is another place that I keep stickers or to-do lists or what have you, just like that. But that is the planner itself. So this is, again, the flagship planner. It is $78, 10% off with Awkwardish Panda as a code at checkout. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I love this planner so much. I love these colors. I love that they have a coil. It's going to make it so much easier to use on the fly. I adore it. The coil makes me so happy. I cannot even begin with how excited I am that they've switched to a coil. So the Today bookmark comes with the planner. And then there are the, how do they have these labeled as? These are the Goal Setting Bookmark Trio. They are $16 for the 3 of them. They're really, really heavy duty plastic, but they come out like butter. They're so easy to move, which I love. They're really easy to snap right back in with no effort. It's great. So that's the planner and the bookmark. So that is the first part of this. I'm probably going to get my planner out to do some experimenting with the next little thing that we have. One second. Next, we have a very, very fun thing, and we're going to keep my current planner out so that we can play around with it. They did post-it notes not post-it notes, sticky notes is how we want to name them because they're not by 3M. They did mini sticky notes this year. They also have a book of sticky notes. Now, if you have followed me for a really long time, and obviously this is my new YouTube channel, but if you were following me when it was at the Planning Panda, or when I first got started with Awkwardish Panda as planning content on Twitch, you will know I love sticky notes with a passion like you would not believe. I love them. I use them for everything. I have a small child with a schedule that changes. My schedule changes a lot. There are days like I may pick up a commission or a sponsorship and something's got to move. There's appointments that get moved around. I work in an industry that changes all the time. I love sticky notes so much. I love them so much. So you get this wonderful little book of sticky notes. There's 23 different sizes. They are sized to fit the MäkséLife planner. Then there's 2 sets of mini sticky notes. These are the pastels, which again, it is the color of the wheel. It's our MäkséLife wheel in both pastel and in bright. And these are all dimensioned to fit inside the planner. So I'm going to show you all a little bit of that, and then we will pop on to the next thing. Now, the mini sticky notes are $14 each. You can get either the bold or the pastel or both. And then the sticky note booklet is $22. And again, it's got all of the colors. It's sized to fit. I will show you what I mean by size to fit. I'm going to grab my planner right here, and I am actually going to go to this week because everyone has already seen this week because that video released this morning. And again, to go back to why I love this planner so much, this was how I set up September. This is before I even really knew what we were getting for covers. The purple and yellow has been a thing. So I'm super excited about it. It makes me so happy, y'all. It's the silliest little thing to be so excited over, but I'm just very excited about it. So here's this week. The reason I didn't use this stuff for this week's plan is because I wasn't allowed to talk about them until this video. So, but to give you all an idea, you have your sticky notes, you can pull them out. All of these are dimensioned to fit just like that. So you can grab your sticky notes and just lay them down in your planner. They are the 1.5 inch to fit right inside the boxes. So you can write down stuff, move it around, do whatever you need there. Same for these. I'm gonna pull this one out. I had one came just a little crunch. Woo, it flipped. So we'll take this off of here and we'll stick this right here just to show, you know, on the pastel ones, it's the same thing. They fit right across. You write down what you need to on it. You can move it around, do whatever you need to. You can use it to color coordinate with the wheel colors, or use them to color coordinate, you know, your weeks if that's what you prefer to do. So there's that. And then with the booklet, again, all of these line up. But this is where I'm so happy, and I would buy just this checklist in, I don't know, as much of it as I could possibly buy for stuff like this. Because when I do things like this, I will write to clean. I will pop this out. I will write my whole to-do list on it, put it there, and then have all the space under it for, you know, whatever. Or I will move it through the week and I can just check stuff off as I go. You also have one that's like a little dot grid, all these little boxes that you can use as boxes the same way you would stickers. It's perfect. It's the perfect little kit, especially with the way that I use them. And I'm very, very excited about it. So that is the sticky notes. They are pretty fantastic. And then let's see, what do we want to go over next? I got a whole bunch of stuff we can go over. We're going to move these sticky notes to the side. You will see me using a ton of these going forward for the rest of the year. Let's go over the big boy. Da, 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 da. If you are a member of Club Moxie, and you should be, you know that one of the things that a lot of people have talked about in the group for a very long time is finding a way to keep all of the stuff printed, because there's a lot of people who do everything digitally and do all of like the worksheets digitally. I would prefer to write them on paper just because that's the way my brain operates. And a lot of people had suggested, well, what if we had a binder? And Sierra's like, that's a really good idea. Print the stuff, punch it out, put it in a binder. Maybe we'll talk about doing one at some point. Well, she really listened and very much gave us a beautiful Club Moxie binder. So it's this very pretty cloth cover. It's got the Club Moxie, a mindset and a way of life right here. And then you open it up and it's this very pretty blue inside, which of course my dog's hair has already gotten all over. I love this blue quite a bit. If you know me, you know that ice blue is basically my favorite color. It's like a cross between this blue and a Tiffany blue. I have a lot of stuff in this color, so it makes me very happy because my whole house is like this blue and this gray and then yellow. So there you go. It comes with a little divider here in the front, and then it comes with all of the dividers already. So getting started, challenges, mindset, goal setting, coaching tips, mental health resources, book selections, bonuses, and notes. So it's got tabs for all of the things that you would get through Club Moxie. So then you would just take everything and you print it out, hole punch it, put it in the binder in the section that it goes in, and you have all of the things. It's a place to keep your worksheets. It's a place to do your challenges. All of them are labeled. So like goal setting, which this is going to be really big in December. If you join Club Moxie now, you'll be a part of the whole December goal setting stuff. Now Sierra will do a lot of stuff publicly as well, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on private in the group getting set up for the next year. So you definitely want to check it out if you can. Coaching tips, mental health stuff. They do have a therapist that works with everybody. It's wonderful. Resources, book selections, because we do kind of like a mini book club. Every month they give you a list of books and then you can read them or don't read them, put stuff in here. A lot of people in the group will talk about the books that we're reading, that kind of thing. It's really, really good. Now I am very, very quiet in Club Moxie. I am one of those people that I like to observe things going on, do my work, and kind of just hang out. I'm going to try this next year to really participate more. And then we have like your notes section, and then all the way in the back, I'm trying to be very gentle with this, we got a little folder to hold all of our extra stuff that matches all of the MäkséLife boxes and our planners for the year. And then of course your guard pieces to help protect all of your paperwork and protect all of your things. So it's a really, really nice addition to the lineup. The binder itself is $32. It comes with everything that I just showed you. So it will come with all of the dividers, which are custom made, the protectors, the folder, all of it. And it is a chunky boy. This is several years worth of Club Moxie stuff that can fit in here. It is a big, I think it's like a 2-inch binder, but it's really, really, really nice. I'm looking forward to getting some use out of it. I'm looking forward to transferring the stuff that I've already printed out into here. I actually kind of want to get a new printer now because I can print in color better, but that's a down the road thing. All right, what do we got left? Oh, ooh. Real quick, we're going to talk about the 2023 reflections. Much like last year, you do get this free with a $100 or more purchase. It is your 2023 reflections. It is going to go over all year, writing down what happened through the year. I'll just flip real quick through it so everyone can see. You do your year in a review. So basically at the very end of the year, you'll write down all of this and you'll go through your start of 2023, write down your scores, what increased, what decreased, what you want to work on next year. And then you're going to go through all of the things, your wins for the year, your highlights for the year, challenges, lessons, growth and gratitude, what's working, what's not working, impact, adjustments, reflections across the board, a letter to yourself for next year, which I may or may not do, and then blank pages to brain dump before you get to starting on your goal setting for next year. So it's very similar to last year's. This came in really handy for me last year. I will say I did this live last year on Twitch when I filled this out, and I cried a bunch. I'm probably going to fill it out in a video for YouTube. Or if I'm really getting in my feelings about it, I might just do it on my own and then talk about it later. But I'm probably going to film a video of me doing this as the start of my December and going into 2024 planning stuff. So that is this. It is $10 on its own, or it is $100. If you spend $100 or more, you get it for free up until October 3rd. So from launch day on the 28th until the 3rd, if you purchase $100 or more, which is pretty easy to do with a $78 planner, you will get one of these for free with your order. All right, now for my favorite thing of the year. Now, I've already set mine up, sort of. These are the new A5 folios. I got mine in plum because the purple in the planner. I will get it out so you can see the two together. They match beautifully. They match together so well. Like this purple and this purple are almost the exact same color. So they're really, really pretty. They go together great. I love the yellow and purple thing, so it's just kind of a kick that I'm on. But this is definitely my favorite part of the 2024 release. If you know last year, I got the folio last year. It was an I love it, but there is no but here. So to get out the last year's, to kind of show you the differences, this was last year's. It's significantly thinner, as you can see. The magnet on this did not work great. If you really loaded this thing down, you could not store anything in here. You couldn't put like any of the extra sheets. It made it not something I got a lot of use out of, unfortunately. And I love this thing. It's beautiful. The concept was great. It was just one of those, if it was just tweaked a little bit more, I would get more use out of it. They tweaked it a little bit more. So this is the plum. It comes in several different colors. You can go to the website. The link is in the description. See all of them. There's a bunch. I chose plum because of the color that I picked for my planner and because I'm on this purple and yellow kick right now. But all of the improvements on Earth. As you can see, it is thicker. Last year, you could barely fit 4 of these books in here. I have 4 of them in here plus a 5th. There was that magnet that didn't line up just right, and you had to really fight with it to keep it closed. There's magnets this year. There's 2 of them, but there's also a snap. So there are 2 magnets, one here, and then there is also the snap. So if you want to leave it as the magnets, it will just sit there, or you just... I don't have it lined up. There we go. Just push down and it snaps closed, and this is much sturdier and much more secure than last year. It's vegan leather. It is really soft. It's very, very pretty. And then we'll pop this open. The folios are $48 a piece. And they just pop open. Now, last year, they had this like velvet on the inside that I really, really liked. They didn't do that this year, and I think some of that had to do with the sizing changes. But this is like a really pretty, it's almost like a leatherette, just a little silkier, and it feels really, really nice. Again, I got the plum. Love it a lot. You have so much more room in this to carry stuff, to a point that I have decided that this year I am going for my, because 2023, everything I did was in my flagship planner. Going into 2024, I am breaking it up into multiple planners. I'm going to have one for my witchy stuff, which I will talk about at a later date. This planner is going to be my main planner. This is basically the core of everything. This is the reminders for the big stuff, my work schedule, my kids stuff, my family stuff, all of my major stuff. This is going to be my main planner. I am going to use the folio for my content planning specifically. So I'm going to have my folio all set up. Now, again, part of not using that, I didn't use my daily intentions notebook or my reflections and gratitude notebook as much as I would have liked to last year. I should have used it more. I really wanted to use it more, but the folio constantly popping open made me just leave it in my office, and I would never go back to it. And I'm pretty mobile with everything that I do. So I needed something I can carry around that's not going to pop open and dump all of my stuff out. I'm going to use these more this year. I can feel it, just because it's going to be so much easier to transport this. So what I'm going to be doing for content planning, and this is the other thing I want to show you, is they have a beautiful new plum dot grid notebook. There's a couple of new colors for the dot grid notebooks this year. The new price on them is $12 a piece. For the new ones, I believe that may actually be close to what they were before. They did do some upgrades though. So the regular dot grid notebooks, they now have rounded corners, which they started last year as opposed to the squared off corners, but they all come with a pocket in the back and a bookmark. Now, I'm not going to use the bookmark. I will be fully disclosed. This is probably going to get cut off for me. A lot of people love these. And it was a big request, so now they have it. So if you are a person who loves your bookmarks in your dot grid notebooks, it's perfect for you. Plus, they now all have a pocket, which is also really nice. And again, I got mine in the plum to match. This is one of the cream colored ones from last year. I believe it was called Cloud. This is my actual journal. I'm not going to pop this open. I use this for journaling when I journal, which again, it's been really difficult for me to stay on top of because I couldn't carry it around, and I'm not in this room very often, except for when I'm recording stuff for YouTube or I have to do something with my plants. So, so this is going to be my content planner for this year. Again, it's got your card slots. You have a pocket here. There's another pocket here to put stuff in, which this does feel like it's got the soft velvety stuff on the inside of that. So it does. It's like a suede on the inside of it. It feels really nice. And then in the back again, you have another pocket right here, and you have another pocket here. They move the pen loop from being centered up a little higher so that like if you have a pen that's a little too thin, the cap can catch on it and it's not like hanging out the bottom, which is really nice. But this is how I'm planning on using it this year. So I have the 4, right? I have these 4. And then this is from their rainbow notebooks that they did for Pride this year. Again, yellow and purple is a thing right now for me. So this is going to be my journal. And then this purple, this is going to be my content planner for the year. And then this is going to be my, paint planner. So because of what I do for a living, I am a professional mini painter and TTRPG performer. But for mini painting, I have to do between now and the end of March, I have to paint about 1 mini a week, some of which are going to be on squads. So I have to keep like formulas for their paint. I need to stay on track of what I'm painting, which pieces I'm painting. That's what this is going to be for. And this is going to kind of get carried around my house with me. So that I have it like right next to me for taking notes on which paints I'm using, making sure if I'm out of stock on something, I can write it down. And then this is going to be where I start doing all my content planning, and I'm going to use it like a traditional bullet journal. I used to have quite a bit of Bujo content. I love to draw on them. I love to sketch in them. I'm going to use this almost like a monthly planner. I'm going to just lay it out by month of, this is the mini you need to paint this week. This is the mini you need to paint next week. So that I have a really steady schedule. Also to keep track of stuff for YouTube, TikToks, Reels, plus my shows, because I manage and produce one TTRPG, and I star in another one. And there's a chance I'm going to be on a third later this fall or early winter. So I also need to keep track of my responsibilities for that. So this is going to be all content, and I will purchase more of these Doc Red notebooks as we go. I will probably fill them up pretty quickly. This is going to be my painting journal basically, and I'm just going to tuck this in, because if I tuck it in the middle here and I just go ahead and close it all up, I'm shaking that pretty good. It's not moving. So it all sits in there really nice. There is still room to add to this. So like, say if I want to get my daily out, I can take this and I can stick this right in here. Trying to be gentle with it so I don't rip it, because I ripped my other one. You can just tuck this right in here or in the back. And you wedge it in there real good and close this, and it still closes. Oh, there we go. I was just a little off center. It still closes with room to spare. So these are significantly larger this year. They are much easier to not have to worry about stuff falling out of it, because it's so secure with the 2 magnets and a snap, and it's it's softer than last year's. The material is a little different. I think this is a significant upgrade, and this is a humongous win for me. I'm real happy about this. This also fits really well in my purse. All of them. I think I have one bag this might not work for, and I wouldn't carry this with that bag because it's my con bag. It's the bag that I carry around when I'm at conventions and stuff, because it's real easy to tote around and my cane fits inside of it really easily. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about this. This is by far my favorite part of everything that's coming out this year. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be, I think, a night and day difference for me in terms of usability, of actually using it, because I feel like I can carry this around and I'm not going to lose my stuff. Stuff's not going to fall out of it. It's not going to fall open and drop. If it drops, everything's going to be secure. Again, I'm disabled. I have handshakes. Sometimes I get the dropsies really bad and I can't hold on to stuff. I'm not worried about all of my things getting ruined if I drop this. So that's my lineup. These are going to be the core of my planners. Like I said, for my my other content, I have a little something different that's going to work in tandem with these. I just don't have it yet. But these are going to be this year's planners, and I'm very excited about it. And then I have this. We will be doing the reflections probably around December 1st, maybe December 15th. We'll go over this as we start rolling into goal setting, which my goals for next year I think are going to be considerably different than what they were for this year, just because my content has changed so much. My content has changed, my life has changed a lot. There's just been huge things that have happened. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into goal setting. I'm excited to dive into everything that's going to be going on. Now, there are some other products that have been released that I did not get, namely the washi. There is washi for several of the different new planner covers that match. There is not one that matches this. There's washis for all of your all of the colors on the wheel. That it's just, they're really pretty, but I have so much washi, and I'm trying to, one of my goals for 2024 will be continuing making a conscious effort to not overspend, not purchase things that may or may not get used, and to use up all of the tools that I have. Because I have tons of washi. There's a picture of it floating around in one of my videos, but I'll pop it back up here. I have tons of washi. It's a beautiful idea. They're gorgeous. If you are somebody just getting into washi, or somebody who collects washi or just wants washi, definitely buy it. Just from a consumerist standpoint though, I don't know that I would get as much use out of it for what I do. So I didn't grab it. The washi is beautiful and the packaging for the washi is absolutely stunning. It is just not something I needed right now. And I'm a little sad about it because I totally, you know, last year Panda would have absolutely purchased this with no question, would have bought all the things, but I didn't feel like I was going to be able to get a lot of use out of it right now just because I am trying to work through what I already own. So there's that. But yeah, that is everything that I got. I do have a couple little beans to spill though. If y'all remember last year, and I keep them nice and safe in their little case. Last year they came out with the Moxie markers. So they match all of everything and it's all nice and labeled. So like health and wellness is labeled, and this is your personal life, right? This is personal. Purple is family. So they're all nice and labeled and pretty, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. And one thing that everybody talked about last year and everybody asked for, when are we going to get colors that match Zig dot markers or dot markers of our own? And I can tell y'all, because we have permission to share, Q4, we will be getting Moxie dots. I don't know if that's going to be the name of it. I'm just guessing. But we are going to get dot markers that match these. The labels will match, the colors will match, the inks will be the same, and that way you will have all of your color coding for all of your areas of life right there. So people who color code will be able to color code. I may actually try to do a little color coding. Sorry, this is a little dust on the top of it because I forgot to wipe it off. It sits on the shelf back behind things to protect them, and I just forgot to wipe off the top. But yeah, no, it's very exciting. They are going to be dual tip, so they are going to be very similar to the Zig clean color dot pens that have the pen on one side and the dots on the other. And it's all going to match. But that's it, folks. That's what we have for you. Again, this is my planner for this year. Know this, every day is a fresh start. And it is. And I'm hoping this is going to be a good reminder of that, because every day can be hard, or every day can not be hard, and some days you just need to remind yourself that a fresh start is important, and some days you need to remind yourself that you are enough. So that's where we are for this section of it. September 28th, which is this coming Thursday, is going to be all of the drops. Be sure to check out my other socials. I'm doing some fun pictures with some stuff. There's stuff on TikTok, which is at @AwkwardishPanda. It's at @AwkwardishPanda, and everywhere. The Panda Den is just my alternate channel for my lifestyle content. And if you have any questions, again, come through tomorrow morning. I will be streaming live on Twitch around 11 or noon Central. Very first thing we're going to go over on stream is we are going to go over all of the new stuff. I'm going to show it off, let people ask questions, and then we'll be diving into painting for the day. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Be nice, be kind, be your wonderful selves. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you're looking at ordering. I want to know all the things because I'm nosy. And I will talk to everybody in the next video, which will be this weekend on Sunday when October 2023 comes out. But everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day. Go follow all of the Moxie Review Crew stuff. Follow everyone's channels, like everybody's stuff, subscribe if you can, and check out everything, because there's a lot of people reviewing a lot of very, very cool stuff tonight. And we'll talk to you soon, y'all. Bye.